to the Good Gut Show. And today I want to talk about writing a health self-experiment, which I talked about them yesterday with Fermented Foods, which I talked about Monday. All right. So today we're going to actually write a health self-experiment. And for that, I'm using my Setting Up Your Health Self-Experiment worksheet, which you can find on my website, www.healyourhealthnow.com. And the name of the article is called Finishing Your Health Self-Experiment. But if you go to the article I talked about yesterday, Experiment Your Way to Health, you will end up getting the link for Finishing Your Health Self-Experiment. I know that sounds confusing, but I would really recommend that you read through all of the 3 articles because it gives you lots of good information about what these all are and how to fill this out. All right? Okay, but I'm going to briefly explain it now. All right. Hi. Okay, so setting up your health, first of all, with fermented foods, you're going to want to think, which one do I want to do? All right, let's start with just one. You know how I feel about my coconut water kefir because I talked about that on Monday, but there are a lot of other fermented foods that you can eat. Number one, really popular food are things like pickles and pepperoncini and olives and things that are fermented as part of the process of making them. A lot of vegetables are pickled. Anything that's pickled is great, okay? Sauerkraut is another one, all right? Yogurt is another one. I use coconut milk yogurt, but you can use regular yogurt if you haven't given up dairy yet, which is fine. Make sure it has active cultures. Kimchi, which is not one of my favorite things, like sauerkraut, but a lot of people love it. Or things like kombucha. Anything that's fermented, all right? And you want to pick one. One is perfect because Tom O'Brien, who's a functional medicine doctor, always say a forkful a day, just a forkful. And I always say a forkful a day keeps disease away. Now, I don't know if it totally keeps disease away. It's just one of those things. But it is a great, great way to get a healthier gut, which is what we're talking about anyway. All right. So you want to look at this and see, the first thing says, what is your wellness goal? What is your purpose for this? I mean, and I would write to have a healthier gut or to have a good gut or something like that. What is your heart reason? Now, I talked a little bit about the heart reason yesterday. A heart reason is really a deep reason to do all this. Now, my reason is that I want to stay healthy till I'm 100. And since I'm going to be 76 this month, yes, I am. I'm thinking that maybe that's going to be what's going on. So your heart reason, read the articles. It gives you more stuff about your heart reason. I also like Sonia Chiquette's books and Danielle Laporte, both people who talk about heart deep reasons for doing things. So what is your heart reason? So my wellness goal is really to have a healthier gut. My heart reason is for me to stay healthy till I'm 100. All right. And to not have digestive problems, which I've had all my life. Okay. So then you have your always, never, and sometimes. And I talked yesterday about intermittent fasting, and that's really easy to measure. You know, how will you track it? That's easy to measure because you just weigh yourself and see if there's a success there going on. But for this, I would really say, what is my always? Okay, I will have a forkful, or if it's my coconut water kefir, I would write, I will have a half a cup a day. All right. That's my always. And what is my never? I will never not have it. Okay. And what is my sometimes? I will sometimes have some kind of other different fermented food like like pickles or yogurt or something else. Okay. So those are my always. I will always have a fermented food every day, mostly coconut water kefir. Okay. What is my never? I will never forget my, well, sometimes I do. I will never forget my fermented food. And sometimes I will substitute it for some other fermented food. So those are mine. And tracking your progress is it's really hard to do that on a health-wise basis, because I don't know anything that tracks your microbiome other than, testing for it, which gets a little pricey and a little cumbersome. So in order to do this, you just basically can I put it on my calendar. I'll show you tomorrow. I put it on my calendar and kind of check it off, right? Because I put exercise on my calendar every day. I put E for exercise, I put J for journaling, I put M for mindfulness, and I put IF for intermittent fasting every day, and I check them off. And so that's one way you can track this, just to make sure you're doing it every day, right? I mean, there is stuff, you might want to think, I have less. One of the things you can do is I have less reflux, or my stomach feels better, or whatever. You can do that too. That's a little more iffy about whether that's going to be a valid measurement. So measuring your success might be, I'm doing it every day. That's enough success. And again, this cute little form is available in the article, Finishing Your Health Self-Experiment, which is available on my website, www.healyourhealthnow.com, in the articles. Okay, you're going to have to search for it, because basically that is not one of the 6 that's on the bottom of the homepage. Or just go to Experiment Your Way to Health, which is the first one on that page, and check it out. Okay. So tomorrow we're going to talk about starting it. It's easy to write it, but starting it is kind of difficult, right? Difficult for some people. All right. So I will talk to you tomorrow about starting your health self-experiment. Okay. So I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day, and tomorrow.